Donal Logue is with us right now. He plays Detective Harvey Bullock on Gotham, a cop who plays both sides of the law to solve cases. Here's Bullock talking to his partner, the future Commissioner Gordon.
Ember Copley was supposed to meet her parents tonight at 9 o'clock at the marina. When she didn't show, they came back, found the maid out cold, Ember gone.
You think it's our guy?
It's our guy. He slips in, chloroforms the maid, grabs Ember. No sign of B&E, nothing, like a ghost.
Like he had keys.
Randall Milkey had a ritual. He'd dress the victims, kill them, and do his little coin trick. The whole thing took about 8 hours. If our copy goat's doing the same thing, we're running out of time.
Trying to figure out your character. Kind of grumpy.
Everybody is.
Yeah, I am too.
Good, bad, I don't know.
But yeah, and I'm learning on a week-to-week basis. I actually think, though, it's not that absurd. You work in a big, metropolitan police department. You've seen a lot of, you have to play some dirty pool sometimes. Right. And he, at this stage in his life, he might be an alcoholic. He just wants to get to the finish line, get his pension years in, and get out.
And yet,
and now Jim Gordon enters the picture.
And yet there's a better side to him.
Always. And in fact, tonight it reflects back on that. It was what I might have suspected, which was he started with his heart in the right place.
Well, did you, in playing this role, did you just grab the role and go, or did you go through all the permutations this character has had in the comic book world and in animation?
I did both. The animated series I was really familiar with because we live up in Oregon and between LA, and we drive back and forth, and my kids were always watching it in the back, and I was listening to it like a radio play. Yes. And it was a great job, actually. And then, reading the comics, but the thing, like, sometimes too much information doesn't necessarily help because this incarnation's a little different. I think Harvey in the comics is much darker.
He's darker, and he's really, when he's a bad guy, he's a really bad guy.
Really bad guy.
There's no gray in there.
And then, in fact, in some of those things you look, and if he did those things or said those things, there's no coming back in our universe from where he would go, although I like it because it's really gritty. I think tonight's episode is pretty dark and noir.
What can you tell us about tonight?
It's kind of like, there's a version of the Zodiac. There's a serial killer who had haunted the town a decade before, and Bullock had closed the case. Back when he was more like Jim Gordon, a kind of white knight, gung-ho, believe in the right thing. And that part of that is that this killer comes back, and he has to kind of make, he's trying to solve this case that he's already solved before. It falls on his shoulders a lot more, which is interesting. Usually it's Jim Gordon who's kind of like leading the fray. And so, but it reflects on a time when he was, like Jim Gordon, a really idealistic younger cop.